All right, welcome back, everybody, to Rome, and we've got the men's semi-finals, and pretty interesting semi-finals. This first one's probably the more interesting of the two because it's probably more evenly matched. Musetti taking on Alcaraz. It's a rematch of a couple of weeks ago. We saw the play in the final in Monte Carlo, and since then, Musetti's made the semi-finals of Madrid and also made the semi-finals here. So Musetti's had a great clay court season. Up there with probably top 3 best clay court seasons out of everybody. Alcaraz, he made the final of Barcelona after winning Monte Carlo, and now he's here. Skipped Madrid due to injury, so he's also having a great clay court season. And then you've got Sinner on the other side against Paul playing tonight, so we'll see what happens. 4-1, head-to-head. Musetti won their first match, which was in Hamburg 2022. And then since then, it's been Alcaraz every time. Musetti's only won one set, which was in Monte Carlo, since winning in Hamburg 3 years ago. So here we go. Let's see if Musetti can cause the upset again, or sort of cause the upset after a long time. And tomorrow, women's finals day. Gauff taking on Paolini. Great final. But how are we doing, Joe? What's going on? What are we up to? Hope for a good match after yesterday. I think yesterday was good, though. I don't think yesterday was bad. I mean, that Gauff-Zhang match wasn't the best quality match, but it was pretty hectic. It was pretty crazy. I mean, then the Sinner match was just crazy for other reasons. All right, players are ready to walk in on court. And then we will kick it off. Working or lurking, no worries. That's what we're here for, to just chill. By the way, chat, I went out today to the thrift. I bought a lot of movies. There's a lot of movies. A lot of stuff. I went out and bought a lot of stuff. It was hectic. How many? I reckon I bought about 25 movies today. I couldn't find There Will Be Blood, but I found Gangs in New York, so that was good. So I found half of that. I couldn't find There Will Be Blood. It was hard to find. You know, my collection is getting crazy. That was a good day. It's a good day to find a whole bunch of stuff. I can't be worried that Alcaraz's leg, he has the thing on his... Not really. I mean, I think Musetti, he's got a bad arm, so both these guys are not 100%. Rude disappointed me with his performance yesterday. I mean, you got to be impressed by Sinner more than disappointed by Rude, I think. Sinner's the champion of Rome, you reckon? Okay. Yeah, I found... It must have been like 25 to 30. I found a box set of the 3 Mission Impossible movies, the first 3, in one DVD. $3. Easy. I bought a trilogy with Alien, Predator, and then Alien versus Predator in a 3-pack for $3. Again, crazy buy. What else did I get? I bought and then I watched High Fidelity. I've never watched it before. I knew it had Jack Black in it. That was good. I had never seen it. It was pretty good. And then what else? What else did I buy today? I can't remember. I bought so many. I bought a lot. Musetti has the capacity to take Alcaraz out. He does, yeah. He sure does. I watched the highlights, and that was one of the most ridiculous matches I've ever seen. Which one? Rude and Sinner, or the Gauff match? Alcaraz has got the same leg thing that he's had on all week, so there's nothing new. Musetti's got an arm sleeve, and Alcaraz has got a leg sleeve. This has been the same all week. There's been an injury. It's been all week, so there's no injury. There's just leg strapping as a caution. No one... Okay. Person in chat who's going, injury. Alcaraz has had this all week. It's nothing new. So everybody in the chat who's worried about this, Alcaraz has had a leg sleeve all week. So if he's had an injury all week, it's the same thing. It's nothing new. It's the same as the start of the week. He's got the leg sleeve, and apparently it's nothing to be worried about. It's just a precautionary leg sleeve. Nothing to freak out about. He's had it all week. It's nothing new. And Musetti's got an arm sleeve. He's had that all week as well. Nothing to worry about. Nothing new. He's had the arm strapped up all week as well. All right. Here we go. They're warming up, and then we're going to get started. And we are going to kick this off. All right. And somebody's put a little plastic toy of the Colosseum on the clay, and the cameraman bought toys. Okay. Is that a fake tattoo? What, this? Yeah. It just comes off. Hang on. Yeah. Just... Yeah. Coming off? See, is it smudging? Is it? See, it's pretty good fake one. Like it's really good. It's like a semi-permanent one. It'll probably fade in like a couple of days. Hey, Zero, thank you for the 6 months. Appreciate that. All right, they're just warming up. Alcaraz lost one set along the way. To give you guys a little bit of context, how these guys got here. If you didn't watch the preview. If you did watch the preview, I appreciate you. Thank you. You are the ones that keep the previews alive. If you watch them, I'll keep doing them. Alcaraz, he beat Lajovic second round, Jera third round, Hashanov fourth round, where he lost his only set for the week. Then he got to the quarterfinals, beat Draper in straight sets. And Musetti, he has taken out Vatanen in the first round. He's beaten Nakashima, Medvedev, Zverev to get here, all in straight sets. So Musetti hasn't dropped a set for the week. Musetti wins. Alcaraz will not want 3 sets against Lorenzo, followed by Jannik right up before French. Okay. Will Musetti take a set? I think he will, yeah. But I think Alcaraz will win. All right. Crowd are giving Alcaraz a round of applause, which is nice. They're like, yay. But they're not going for Alcaraz. They're respecting Alcaraz, but they're not going for Alcaraz at all. We said he's taking out Medvedev and Zverev, no mean feat. Yeah, I mean, 2 former champions. In fact, the last 2 champions, right? Zverev last year, Medvedev the year before. So it's pretty impressive. By the way, sunny day, no no rain around apparently, so hopefully we get through with this sunshine. Musetti win this home court advantage? Maybe. Draper also in form. Yeah, I mean, that was a good win by... I think... I mean, beating Zverev and Medvedev is just as impressive as what Alcaraz beating Draper, right? It's on the same level. Last time Carlos and Musetti met, Musetti won the first set and then got injured. Yep, we watched it a couple of weeks ago. Over 19.5 games. I don't know. I'm not here to give betting advice. You go with your own instinct. Okay. Here we go, chat. Musetti's going to serve first. Musetti to serve first. Who you got, chat? Let me know in the chat who you got. Who you got? Who have you got? Alcaraz won the toss, elected to receive. Okay. Musetti to serve. If you want to know who I predicted, watch the videos that I make about my predictions. I'm not repeating it. I didn't stay up until 9 a.m. this morning making a goddamn video for you to just ask me who I'm going to pick. It's in the video, and I make the videos because I don't want to talk about it. Anyways, love 15. First point goes to Alcaraz. Love 15. As Musetti serves. And at the back end of Alcaraz, Musetti forehand to the slice of Alcaraz. Alcaraz hits it long, and it's 15-0. The crowd go wild. 15-0. $15-all. Hands with a serve. Here's a fault. Second serve. No spoilers. 15-all. As the backhand return goes into the slice of Musetti. Alcaraz with a forehand. Into the forehand of Musetti. Musetti hits it out. 15-30. 15-30. $15-30. Serve again. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. Return goes out. 30-all. 30-all. Serve again. $30-all. As Musetti serves a let. Musetti serves again. To the back end is Alcaraz. Forehand of Musetti. The forehand of Alcaraz. Alcaraz hits it wide. 40-30. 40-30. Pelini made the doubles final as well. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that she beat Andreeva Schneider in the doubles, so that was impressive. Nice serve. Out wide is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Yeah, with Irani. Yep, Irani and Paolini made the final. As a backhand rally, Musetti hits it long and it's deuce. We get to deuce. All right, we get to deuce. Serve again. Here's a fault. Second serve. As the return goes into the forehand of Musetti. And Musetti overhits it. Advantage. Alcaraz. To start with a break. Advantage Alcaraz. Musetti serves another fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. Backhand slice Musetti. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Musetti backhand goes out. One love. Alcaraz, he gets the break. All right. 1-0. 1 second, chat. Ah, 15 love. Love. As the return goes in the front of Alcaraz. 4 now from Alcaraz again. The front of Musetti. As Alcaraz backhand to the front of Musetti. As Alcaraz goes to the slice backhand of Musetti. Into the forehand of Alcaraz, but he pushes it wide. 15-0. As a default. Second serve. As the return goes in the front of Alcaraz. Musetti goes short to the front of Alcaraz. Musetti with a backhand pass. It's too good. 15-30. Chance for Musetti to get the break. $15.30. As we get a fault from Alcaraz. Second serve. There's a return from Musetti. Goes in the forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand of Musetti. Again, the forehand of Alcaraz, who hits it out. And Musetti gets 2 breakback points. $15.40. As the return goes to the forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand of Musetti. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Musetti backhand. To the slice of Alcaraz. Musetti on the attack. Hits it out. And it's 30-40. One saved. $30-40. $30-40. Still break point for Musetti to get back on serve. As we get a fault, second serve. Second serve. Into the forehand of Musetti. Return goes wide and we get the deuce. Bad return from Musetti. Deuce. As we get a return into the slice now of Musetti, and then Alcaraz volleys in the net. Musetti gets a break point to get the break back. All right, serve from Alcaraz. Into the forehand of Musetti. Musetti in the net. We get back to deuce. All right, back to deuce. As we to serve again. Is a fault. Second serve. As the return goes in the forehand of Alcaraz, he puts it away. And Musetti cannot get there. Advantage Alcaraz. Advantage Alcaraz. As the return goes into the back forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand from Musetti, the backhand of Alcaraz. And Musetti hits it out. Alcaraz 2-love. 2-0. Okay. 2-0 to Carlos. Back to Musetti. As Musetti hits it long, love 15. Love 15. As he serves into the forehand of Alcaraz, return goes into the forehand of Musetti. Alcaraz forehand. It goes wide with a drop shot. And it's 15-all. $15-all. Musetti serves again. $15-all. As Musetti with a forehand to the backhand of Alcaraz. Musetti into the forehand again of Alcaraz. The forehand of Musetti who puts in the net. 15-30. 15-30. Chance for a double break here, Alcaraz. $15-30. As we just serve out to the backhand of Alcaraz. Forehand from Musetti. Down the line into the slice of Alcaraz. Alcaraz hits it wide. As that goes out and it's 30-all. As the return goes in with the drop shot now from Musetti. Alcaraz comes to the net. And then Alcaraz Musetti can't hit the lob in. Alcaraz was going to hit Tweener, but then he's like, nah, it was out. 30-40. Chance for the double break here, Alcaraz. As that goes out on the return from Alcaraz and Musetti survives, we get to deuce. We get to deuce. As the return goes into the forehand of Alcaraz, Musetti now with a smash, but he missed it. Advantage Alcaraz to take the double break. All right, Musetti serves again. The return goes in the net, and Alcaraz is going to have to wait a little longer for this double break. Deuce. We get the deuce. As Musetti serves again. And Alcaraz in the net. Musetti with the advantage. Advantage Musetti. Advantage more Musetti. First serve is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the back of Alcaraz. The turn goes into the forehand of Musetti. Alcaraz forehand at the stretch. Musetti down the line. Alcaraz backhand pass. Musetti with a volley in the net. Back to deuce. All right, we get back to deuce. We get back to deuce. Musetti serves again. As Musetti serves. A fault. Second serve. To the back end of Alcaraz. Alcaraz in the net. Advantage Musetti. Advantage Musetti. All right, Musetti holds. And it's... All right. All right, 2-1. Sinner is playing out of this world. He did in the last match, yeah. Don't think Musetti's in... I do think Musetti's in great form. Oh, he is. Musetti and Alcaraz are probably in the similar, same amount of form. The only thing is that Musetti doesn't have a title to show for it. Okay. Okay. Musetti is Clay Prince. He deserves a title. Yeah. 20 minutes for 3 games. Yeah, but it's been an interesting 3 games. Okay. All right, first serve is a fault, second serve. Second serve. In the back of Musetti. Forehand from Alcaraz. To the forehand of Musetti. As Alcaraz forehand again to the forehand of Musetti. To the Alcaraz backhand as Musetti slice. In the forehand of Alcaraz. Again, the backhand of Musetti. Goes in line to slice of Alcaraz. Alcaraz in the net, though, and it's love 15. Love 15. Love 15. Not interesting, I'd say. Well, that's your opinion, man. Alcaraz forehand cross court is a winner. 15-0. 15-0. All right, serve again. First serve is a fault, second serve. There's a return from Musetti, goes wide. God, Musetti with the returns on second serve has been terrible. All right, 30-15. As Alcaraz comes to the net with the drop shot, but Musetti gets there and Alcaraz puts it away. Alcaraz thought it was a double bounce, and the umpire's like, I'm not calling it. Alcaraz thought maybe it was not up by Musetti, but Alcaraz won the point anyway, so doesn't matter. All right. 40-15. Musetti in the net. And Alcaraz takes the 3-1 lead. All right, 3-1. Three to 1. Okay. Three, 1. As Musetti wins a point, 15 love. As we return now, and the drop shot Musetti in the net. 15-all. Bad miss by Musetti. 15-all. Serve again. Here's a fault. Second serve. Double fault. All right, 15-30. Chance for Alcaraz to get this double break. $15-30. There's a bit of fault. Second serve. Serve to the back of Alcaraz. Return goes to the forehand to Musetti. Alcaraz back on the stretch. As Musetti hits a slice down the line, but it's long and it's 15-40. $15-40. Okay. 15-40 for a double break. As with a serve, is a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Second serve. As a return, goes out by Alcaraz, 30-40. 30-40. $30-40. 30-40. Serve again. Still break point. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. to get the double break. Alcaraz 30-40 serve at the forehand of Alcaraz. Return goes into the forehand of Musetti. Alcaraz forehand to the backhand of Musetti. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Musetti into the forehand again of Alcaraz. Musetti down the line. Alcaraz gets to the backhand. Into the backhand of Musetti. To the forehand of Alcaraz. Musetti with a slice. Alcaraz with the volley. That's too good. All right. 4-1 double break goes to Carlos. All right. Too easy for Alcaraz at the moment. Could have been 5-love. Could have been really ugly for Musetti. He's kind of lucky that it hasn't been as bad as it could have been. It could have been quite shocking. Okay. Both are not playing their best. I mean, Musetti's for sure not playing his best. I mean, missing second serve returns like crazy, Musetti. Like, not even close, some of these serves. It was shocking, but Alcaraz is getting better. I mean, Alcaraz has made a couple of silly errors, but obviously not as many. So it's basically Sinner Alcaraz final at this rate. God. You don't trust Tommy Paul? You dismiss Tommy Paul, really? Okay. All right. Here we go. Alcaraz with a 4-1 lead. If Tommy Paul wins, I'm going to shun the non-believers. You will be shunned. 4-1. As a return goes in by Musetti. Alcaraz forehand to the forehand of Musetti. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. Backhand of Musetti. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. Again, the backhand of Musetti. As Alcaraz forehand cross. Goes long. Love 15. Love 15. Love 15. As we get a return into the front of Alcaraz. Forehand from Musetti to the backhand of Alcaraz. Into the backhand of Musetti. As Alcaraz forehand into the forehand of Musetti. Again, the backhand of Alcaraz. Musetti gets the point. Alcaraz overhits it. Love 30. Love 30. As we serve again. All right, first serve is a fault, second serve. As a return into the forehand of Alcaraz. Backhand slice Musetti. To the slice of Alcaraz. Musetti into the forehand of Alcaraz. And then Musetti gets it. And Alcaraz puts it away. 15-30. As the return goes in the front of Alcaraz, front of Musetti. As Alcaraz, Musetti overhits at 30-all. There's a return. Goes into the backhand slice of Musetti. Sorry, Musetti hits it into the net. 40-30. And the crowd are trying to get Musetti into this. 40-30. There's a return. Goes in the forehand of Alcaraz, and Alcaraz hits it wide. We get the deuce. All right, we get the deuce. As we get a fault, second serve. There's a return. Goes the backhand of Alcaraz, and Alcaraz hits a winner, and it's advantage Alcaraz. Advantage Alcaraz for a 5-1 lead. I'll tell you this, it hasn't been easy. If you're just joining us, it's not been an easy 5-1. There's been chances for Musetti as well. As Alcaraz hits that out, we get back to deuce. It definitely hasn't been an easy 5-1. As the return goes in the front of Alcaraz. Up goes a lob by Musetti. Oh, and Alcaraz misses the easy smash. All right, advantage Musetti. Advantage Musetti. As we return into the front of Alcaraz, backhand now from Musetti. Into the slice of Alcaraz, Musetti on the attack. Again to the front of Alcaraz, Musetti. Again to the slice of Alcaraz, Musetti down the line. Alcaraz with the backhand pass. Goes out, Musetti gets one back. All right, 4-2. 4-2. Okay. Four to two. Okay. As that goes in the net, the return from Alcaraz. 15 love. As the return goes out by Musetti on the backhand. 15 all. 15 all. So we're going to serve again. And the return from Alcaraz in the net, 30-15. 30-15. Serve again for Musetti. As the return goes in, Musetti drop shot. Alcaraz gets it with a slice. Musetti with a forehand in the net. 30-all. Bad miss by Musetti. 30-all. All right, Musetti hits an inside-out forehand wide. And it's 30-40. Musetti, just too many errors on his forehand. As the return goes to the forehand of Musetti. Alcaraz the pass in the net. Okay, we get to deuce. Musetti hanging on. We get to deuce. Serve again. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. Forehand from Musetti is wide. And it's advantage Alcaraz. Advantage Alcaraz. As the return goes out by Alcaraz, Musetti gets the deuce again. All right, we get the deuce. As the return goes forehand to Musetti. Alcaraz forehand to the forehand of Musetti sliced. Alcaraz forehand again off the tape goes wide. Advantage Musetti. Advantage Musetti. That's beautiful. Second serve. Second serve is a let. Serve again. Alcaraz returns. Musetti puts up a lob, but it's wide. Back to deuce. Back to deuce. As beautiful forehand now from Musetti to the slice of Alcaraz. Musetti comes to the net. Alcaraz puts up a lob. Bounce smash from Musetti. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. Musetti comes in with a drop volley. But it's wide. Oh, he played such a good point too. All right. Just went wide by Musetti. Advantage Alcaraz. All right. Break point again. Musetti with serve and volley. Now goes with the lob. Goes long, and Musetti survives. We get back to deuce. All right, Musetti with the advantage. As the return goes into the forehand, but it's out by Alcaraz. And Musetti holds, finally. All right. Four to three. Four to three. All right. Musetti slowly getting back in this. How are we doing, chat? Musetti versus Sinner will be enthralling for the crowd. Yeah, it could be. Don't know who the crowd would go for, but yeah, it could be interesting. Okay. All right. Alcaraz with the break, still 4-3. But it is only one break. And Musetti hits it out. Love 15. As we get a forehand now from Musetti, goes out again. 30 love. It's been a fault. Second serve. As the return goes out by Musetti, 40 love. As the return goes out by Musetti. And it's Alcaraz with the lead 5-3. Musetti's going to serve to stay in the set. Five, 3. As with a forehand from Alcaraz, the forehand of Musetti. Alcaraz backhand. Into the slice of Musetti. It's a drop shot off the tape, but Alcaraz is quick and hits a drop shot winner return. Love 15. Love 15. As Musetti hits a good serve, 15-0. Alcaraz just inspecting the court because it hit some funky line or something. As the return goes in the slice of Musetti. And then Alcaraz misses it. 30-15. As Alcaraz hits a forehand and Musetti can't get it back. 30-0. Chance for Alcaraz to take the set right here. 30-0. First serve is a fault. Second serve. As the return goes in, the forehand of Musetti. Musetti hits it out on the forehand side. The forehand's been the problem. 30-40. All right. As we had a fault again by Musetti. Second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. Musetti backhand. To the slice of Alcaraz. Musetti down the line, the forehand of Alcaraz. Into the forehand of Musetti. Alcaraz backhand down the line in the net. Musetti survives. Deuce. All right, we get to deuce. We get to deuce. So return goes to the backhand of Musetti. Alcaraz backhand lob. Musetti comes in with a drop shot winner. And the crowd love it. Advantage Musetti. Advantage Musetti. Sorry, did Musetti miss it? Why did the crowd make that noise? The crowd made the noise like he hit a winner. What the hell? It glitched. Advantage Alcaraz. Apparently Musetti missed it. It glitched and I heard the crowd scream and I'm like, oh, I must hit a winner. He missed it. Set point Alcaraz. That's a good serve and the crowd react appropriately. And Musetti gets back to deuce. Check my internet's freaking out. It's 12:30 on a Thursday. No. Oh, it's Friday. As a return from Alcaraz goes into the forehand of Musetti. Musetti hits that one out. Advantage Alcaraz. Musetti just breaks the racket. One slap of the racket on the ground and it just destroyed. Yeah, Musetti just went one crack of the racket. Advantage Alcaraz. Yeah, Musetti just one slap of the racket. I mean, look, if you're going to break a racket, you might as well make it worth it. He only did one crack of the racket. It's like, dude, just like go bang, bang, bang. Like, at least get a couple of hits out of it. Anyways, you only get one penalty per racket, so you might as well obliterate it. Like Alcaraz did in Cincinnati. Second serve. As Alcaraz back in return. And Musetti lines up with the forehand down the line, but he hits it out. There's the set. Musetti's forehand was just not working. Alcaraz 6-3. In nearly an hour. It was a long 6-3. Which, just shows that it wasn't easy for Alcaraz. A lot of break points for Alcaraz, though. And Musetti probably should have been broken more, but... All right. Ugly set, but we'll see if Musetti can... Oh, man. Ugh. 9 winners from Alcaraz, 17 errors. 3 winners Musetti, 28 errors. Gross. So what's that? 45 errors combined? Only 11 winners? That was ugly. That was an ugly set of tennis. All right, let's see what happens in the second. If Musetti can clean it up, because he's going to have to. So apparently Sinner's not playing Hamburg and Ruud isn't playing Geneva next week. Which I'm surprised that Ruud's not playing, but obviously no surprise Sinner's pulled out. A little surprised that Ruud isn't playing Geneva. Okay. You are supporting Musetti. Huh? What do you mean? Why you are supporting Musetti. No, you. No, you. Not surprised Sinner has pulled out of Hamburg. Yeah. It was a backup, yeah. In the last period, Musetti has grown so much. In my opinion, it is not a tragedy if he loses. Oh, no. Cam, you're too sensitive. Shut up! Don't tell me... Don't, how dare you? If Musetti doesn't lift his game, this could be a straight system for Alcaraz. Oh, yeah. 100%. Carousel Final Destination 6 last night. I reckon you can watch it real good. I hope thrift store shopping went really well. I had great fun. Hamburg, by the way, Runa Musetti, Paul Medvedovic, and Sinner have all pulled out. So Hamburg's basically in shambles. But no surprise. I mean, it was a backup. It was a backup for all. So that means... So wait, hang on. Who's playing? So Paul is still playing? No. Tiafoe, Rublev, Cerundolo, Mensik are still playing. So they'll be the seeds. Still not terrible, but just no... I mean, you lose a couple of big dogs. It's not looking as good. Geneva still has Djokovic and Fritz. So we'll still be watching that. We'll watch Geneva a little bit next week. But yeah. No, I had so much fun going to the thrift today. I went to, I reckon I went to about 6 thrift stores today, I reckon. And I went to a second-hand shop as well, which is basically a thrift store. But it was like a, it was second-hand, like a, I guess a pawn shop, I guess you would call it. Yeah, I got heaps of DVDs. So good. A lot of the ones that I was looking for, too. As that goes in the net from Musetti, and it's 15-love. Nah, Zverev's not playing in Hamburg. All right. As we get a forehand now from Alcaraz. That goes out. 15-all. 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 Oh, wait. Zverev is playing Hamburg. He took a wild card. Is that new? That must be new info. Did that just happen? Did that happen today or yes? Like that is new news to me. It's not updated yet, but 30 minutes ago? Okay, well there you go. It is news. New news. As Alcaraz hits in there at 15:30. So there you go. Zverev is playing. He is playing Hamburg. Surprised Fonseca didn't play Hamburg. I guess, look, he's probably just not really worried about playing every week. So yet he just wants to be ready for the big one. Now that he doesn't have to play qualies, you know. 30 minutes ago. Fair enough. All right. 15:30. Alcaraz shanks it. 15:40. Musetti to get the break in the second. 15:40. 15:40. It is a little breezy out there, but nothing too crazy. No excuses. I don't think we can use the wind as an excuse. We got a lovely volley there from Alcaraz, and it's 30-40. 30-40. As Musetti overhits it. And we get to deuce. We get to deuce. Musetti tried to hit the slap forehand winner, but it didn't work. And we get to deuce. Musetti serves again. A let. As Musetti hits it in the net, and it's advantage Alcaraz. Advantage Alcaraz. As with a fault. Second serve. Double fault. We're back to deuce. All right. Back to deuce. Back to deuce. As it goes out from Musetti on the return. And it's for advantage Alcaraz again. As return goes into the front of Alcaraz. As Musetti gets the point, Alcaraz missed it. And we get to deuce. Big game here for Musetti to set the tone in the second. All right. Deuce. We get to deuce. As eventually Alcaraz hits in the net. Advantage Musetti. Advantage Musetti. To take the early break in the second. We get a fault, second serve. As a return, goes the forehand of Alcaraz. Musetti forehand to the backhand of Alcaraz. Into the Musetti forehand as Alcaraz backhand goes long. Musetti breaks. 1-love in the second. All right, Musetti's getting it sorted. The first set was close, even though it was looked like it was one-sided. A lot of deuce games. Musetti has the lead. 1-love in the second. All right. 1-0. Okay. All right, 1-0. Musetti with the break. Second set. As Musetti serves a fault. Second serve. As a return, the backhand of Alcaraz. Backhand of Musetti. The backhand of Alcaraz. As Musetti forehand to the backhand of Alcaraz on the stretch. Musetti hits it out. Love 15. Love 15. Serve again. To the forehand of Alcaraz. Musetti wins a point. Alcaraz overhits it. 15-all. So the forehand of Alcaraz return. Goes long and it's 30-15. As the return goes out by Musetti, and it's 30-all. Chance for Alcaraz to break straight back. All as Musetti serves a fault. Second serve. As a return. Goes in the net from Musetti, and it's 30-40. Break point for Alcaraz. As a return. Goes in the backhand of Alcaraz. Backhand of Musetti. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Musetti backhand. Into that Alcaraz forehand as Musetti hits it long. That's such a shame. 1-all. Alcaraz breaks straight back. All right. Okay, we're back on serve. As Alcaraz 15 love, Musetti hit it out. 15 love. As with a fault. Second serve. As a return goes in the front of Alcaraz. Forehand from Musetti. Into the slice of Alcaraz. As Musetti slice into the Alcaraz forehand. Musetti on the stretch. Hits it down the line. Slice from Alcaraz goes in. Musetti slice down the line again to the front of Alcaraz. Musetti wins a point. Alcaraz overhits it. 15 all. As Alcaraz serves. A let. As he eventually serves a fault. Second serve. As Alcaraz goes off the tape into the front of Musetti. Alcaraz forehand cross court. Musetti's got it. Into the front of Alcaraz. Alcaraz overhits it though and it's 15-30. 15-30. Is Cam talking about World Idol? No, but did you watch it? Because we'll talk about it. Did you watch it though? Did you watch it? You got to watch it. You better watch it, otherwise I don't want to ruin it. Anyways, 15-30 happened 20 years ago. I don't want to ruin it. You watched in the past? Finally, one person in the world that actually knows what I was talking about. Everyone thought I was crazy. Chad, if you weren't here yesterday, it was a competition between all the first season of the Idol franchise, like American Idol and Australian Idol, and all these. There was 11 champions. And it sounds crazy. It was a tournament of champions. The champions all went to World Idol. Kelly Clarkson was there. Simon Cowell was the judge. There was 11 judges. One judge from each series. It actually happened. It was in London. It was on Christmas Day. And the result show was on New Year's Day a week later. True story. It doesn't sound real. It happened. 2003. Kelly Clarkson was there. All right, 15-40. Musetti to get the break again. As we serve now the forehand Musetti. Return goes into the forehand of Alcaraz. Musetti down the line. Oh, off the line, and Alcaraz didn't see it coming. All right. Break for Musetti. Alcaraz put it in the net. It was a real thing. It was a real thing that happened. You dreamt it? I didn't dream it. It was real. It actually happened. Simon Cowell was on the panel, and he was fighting with a Polish judge. True story. True story. It happened. It was a real thing. It was a real thing. It sounds like a fever dream. No, it wasn't. It was on Christmas Day, and it was broadcast live around the world. World Idol. And I thought they were going to come back for another, everyone who won the second Idols. But they never came back. They did it one time. It was a one-time thing. One-time thing. I think a guy saying, there was one guy who sang Lithium by Nirvana. Okay, now it's getting ridiculous. It happened, though. It happened. There was a guy who sang Lithium by Nirvana. And Kelly Clarkson was also there. It's crazy. It sounds, the more I talk, the worse he said. It sounds fake. It was real. Go watch it. Google it. It's on YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube. Actually real. Just type in World Idol 2003 performances and you'll see it. I am not even, there is full truth. It is 100% true. Anyways, 2-1. We've got the break for Musetti. We had 3 breaks in this set. As we return now to the front of Musetti. Alcaraz backhand to the backhand of Musetti. Into the front of Alcaraz. Musetti. Again, the front of Alcaraz goes down the line. The backhand of Musetti. Alcaraz again to the backhand of Musetti. Into the front of Alcaraz. Musetti forehand. Drop shot. Musetti gets there with the backhand winner. Alcaraz not good enough. And it's 15-love. All right, 15-love. As Musetti serves again. $15-love. As the return goes out by Alcaraz, 30-love. $30-love. Serving to the backhand of Alcaraz. Backhand from Musetti to the front of Alcaraz. And Alcaraz overhits it. 40-love. Alcaraz starting to get a little annoyed. 40-love. $40-love. As Alcaraz gets, totally misses it. And it's 3-1. Musetti consolidates the break. 3-1 in the second. The crowd going nuts. They are going crazy. All right. All right. As a backhand slice from Musetti to the front of Alcaraz. Musetti backhand pass. Alcaraz volley. And Musetti gets it but hits in the net. 15-love. $15-love. $15-love. As we get a fault from Alcaraz, second serve. As a return, goes the front of Alcaraz. Front of Musetti on the stretch. In the nets. 30-love. How to download the postcard images. They're so cool. There's no... They're not available. They're like... I don't think they're not there for to be downloaded. They're just on the that's the wall. As Musetti in the net, 40-love. 40-love. I remember World Idol very well. I watched it. Sally! Welcome to the club of about 4 people that know what the hell we're talking about. Only like 4 people understand what it even is. $40 love. As we get a backhand slice from Musetti into the forehand of Alcaraz. Musetti, then Alcaraz in the net with a forehand. And we get to deuce. Sorry, don't 40-15. I'm ahead of myself. 2 points ahead. Hang on. It's 40-15. It's not deuce. I don't know anything you don't. I don't know. It's not scripted. I don't know what's going on. 40-15. As the return goes in the forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand from Musetti. Goes out, and it's 3-2. Musetti has the break in the second. Hey, Marilu, thank you for the 33 months. Appreciate that. So, chat, did Australia not make it through the qualies of Eurovision? That's so disappointing. I have no idea who the Australian guy was who did it, but that's kind of shitty. So Australia can't win Eurovision. That's bullshit. How? That's crazy. Who's going to win Eurovision? Does anyone know? Who should I put money on? Who should I bet on? Australia is not in Europe. Too bad. Get over it. Poland? Poland's going to win? Perth? Perth? What do you mean Perth? Oh, he was from Perth, was he? Oh. Sweden are going to win. ABBA. ABBA's not... That's like 40 years ago, brother. WTF is Eurovision? Okay. Alcaraz in straight sets? Okay. He's a French-Australian from WA. Okay. It'll be the UK. We always do so well. A couple of years ago, you had that guy that was that TikTok singer guy, and with the beard and long hair. I thought he was going to win for sure. I think he came second, though. Japan's going to win? That's impossible. So you're all just saying random countries. So who is the actual favorite? Like, is there a favorite? Is there a favorite? Apparently Sweden's the favorite. All right. Nice hitting there from Alcaraz. Lob goes up. Musetti with the backhand volley is a winner. Alcaraz too good. Sorry, Musetti too good. He points to his ear. 15 love. Too good on the rally. The crowd on their feet. 15 love. It was a nice lob volley by Musetti. And then that like kind of pirouette backhand. It was all right. It was a good rally. It was a sort of a Federer-esque rally. A little bit of Federer in that backhand smash. Tough shot. That is one of the hardest shots to ever hit. A high backhand smash or backhand volley. As Musetti goes deep into the forehand of Alcaraz, but Alcaraz hits it out. 30 love. 30 love. It was Federer-like, exactly. It's so crazy. That shot's been around since the start of tennis, pretty much. But Federer, it's a Federer shot. You know, that high, like almost like the pirouette backhand volley. Federer made it his own. When players were doing that for years, like people were doing that in the 80s and 70s. But Federer made it like his signature shot. Anyways, 30 love. Alcaraz hits it wide. 40 love. 40 love. No worries, DJ. 40 love. We'll see you later. I get pointing to your ear, but what does pointing to your head mean? It means like strong mentality. Like mentally strong. That's what Stan does. That's his signature. 40-15 that's in the net. Yeah, it means like, mentally strong. Like strong in the head. All right, 40-15. Or at least that's how I interpret it. 40-15. As a return. Goes in the backhand. Drop shot of Musetti. Alcaraz gets there with a slice. Drop shot winner. And it's 40-30. 40-30. As the return from Alcaraz, sliced into the backhand of Musetti. Alcaraz with the forehand to the backhand slice of Musetti. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Musetti runs around into forehand. Again to the forehand of Alcaraz, who shanks it. 4-2. Musetti keeps the break. 4-2 in the second. 4-2 Musetti. All right. Back to Alcaraz. All right, back to Alcaraz. 4-2 Musetti in the second. Alcaraz won the first 6-3. As a return, goes in the backhand of Alcaraz, backhand of Musetti. Into the front of Alcaraz. Musetti on the stretch. As Alcaraz forehand, winner. All right, 15 love. 15 love. Cam, add Rome to your time zones. There's not enough room. And also, it's basically the same as London. It's the same as London. It's just now an hour behind London, so we don't need to... We need LA, I think. We need New York and LA, because they're totally different time zones. All right. 15 love Alcaraz, as that goes out by Musetti. 30 love. 30 love. Serve again. It's too strong by Alcaraz. 40 love. Alcaraz making Musetti earn this. 40 love. As we get a fault, second serve. As Alcaraz double faults. 40-15. 40-15. Serve again by Alcaraz. Here's a fault. Serve again. Into the forehand of Musetti. Alcaraz forehand to the forehand of Musetti. Into the forehand of Alcaraz, who hits a tape, goes in. Musetti runs around into forehand. Again to the slice of Alcaraz. Lob goes up. Musetti puts it away. And it's 40-30. 40-30. 40-30. As we get a fault. Second serve. As a return from Alcaraz, Musetti goes to the front of Alcaraz. Musetti getting the front of Alcaraz. Musetti slices it into the net. All right, Alcaraz hangs on. It's Musetti with the break. 4-3. 4-3 in the second. Musetti with a break. Okay. These players playing for losing to Sinner in the final. Okay. I guess if you say so. By the way, chat, do you want to know what DVDs I got today? Do you want me to show you what DVDs I got? I scored big time. So many. And I bought a Blu-ray. And I went into a raffle to win a grandfather clock. True story. True story. I've got the ticket right here. Luckily, I didn't throw it out. From what store exactly, Cam? I went to everywhere. I traveled around the world for all these DVDs. Show us. Don't be scared. All right. These are only some of the movies I bought. All right. There's way more. There's more than that. That's just some of them. This is one pile. I had to build this damn shelf now so I can put them on the shelf. All right. Alcaraz Musetti makes an error. Love 15. Movie number 1. War of the Worlds. Tom Cruise. Haven't seen it for a minute. Saw this and went, it's only $1. I'm going to watch this. Good movie. Haven't seen it for a while. Blood Diamond. Leo. Haven't seen it for a while. Good movie. Haven't seen it for a while. As we return out of the find of Alcaraz, Musetti with a sliced lob. Alcaraz comes in with a volley, but he pushes it wide and it's 15-all. Chat, you'll love this one. Classic tennis movie. I saw this and I said, I'm going to get this. It's one of 2 tennis movies that I found today. It matches the poster. Classic. Classic. Nightmare Before Christmas. As Musetti serves 15-0. Why is it in reverse? Because I'm in Australia. We're upside down. Everything's backwards in here. Toilet goes backwards. Titles are backwards. Everything's backwards. As we return now from Alcaraz, that goes into the forehand of Musetti. Alcaraz forehand into the forehand of Musetti. Again, the forehand of Alcaraz. Musetti gets a point, though. Alcaraz in the net. Next one. Crazy movie. 7. Go check it out if you haven't seen it already. Haven't seen it for a while. That's why I got it. Departed. Great movie. Haven't seen it for a while. Great movie. All right. Musetti hits the backhand long. 30-all. 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 For mature audiences that Wimbledon is labelled, yeah, you're not allowed to watch it then. But maybe if you can get your mum's permission, you might be able to. 30-all, first serve's a fault, second serve. I think it says here parental. It's recommended for people that for mature audiences. But I think if you ask your mum and you watch it with your parents, maybe you'll get away with it. As we return out of the forehand of Musetti, Alcaraz to the backhand of Musetti, the backhand of Alcaraz. Musetti slice into the forehand of Alcaraz. Musetti on the stretch can't get it. Break back point for Carlos. Edward Scissorhands. Classic. Haven't seen it for a while. Ace Ventura. Number 1. Classic. Ace Ventura. Number 2. Classic. All right. 30-40. Alcaraz to get the break back. As Musetti serves a fault. Second serve. Second serve. Second serve. As Alcaraz hits a return winner. Musetti, he was hanging on until he wasn't. And then he fell off. All right. Titanic. Classic. Whoa. Oh, classic. Oh, my God. I haven't seen it for a while. Probably take it back to the shop after I watch it. Inglourious Bastards. Classic. Haven't seen it for a while. Big Lebowski. Classic. Haven't seen it for a while. Due Date. Just funny. Just a funny movie to watch. Kill Bill Volume 2. Haven't seen it. Kill Bill Volume 1. Haven't seen it. Match Point. Tennis movies. 2 tennis movies, chat, because why not? And I haven't seen Match Point either, so. That's just a sample of the selection that we have here at Cam Buster Video. We're going to change the name. We can't use that name. All right, 30 love. Alcaraz serves again. Musetti, by the way, just is telling the umpire, like, what the hell's going on? Crowd's trying to get involved. 30 love. So wait, why was there a point penalty? Did Musetti get a point penalty? So Musetti got a point penalty because he swore, I guess, right? Or did he hit the ball out of the crowd? Ball abuse. Okay. Broke a racket and then hit the ball in the crowd. Or hit the ball out of the stadium. All right, point penalty, 30 love. As a return from Musetti goes in the backhand, but Musetti hits it out. 40 love. 40 love. 40 love. How much did I spend? I think I spent like maybe $25 for 25 movies today. It was like $1 a movie on average. That's my limit. There's a forehand out by Musetti. And it's Alcaraz, 5-4. I think I spent about $1 a movie. All right. Alcaraz with the lead now. And these are the last few that I got. I think I got around 25. I don't know what the hell this is, but I bought it anyway because I saw Arnie on the cover and I'm like, I've never heard of this movie in my life. I've never heard of this movie in my life. Have you ever heard of this movie? End of Days, starring Arnold. Never heard of it in my life. Saw it and I went, I'll just get it because I don't know what the hell it is. Charlie's Angels, classic. Mission Impossible 1, 2, and 3. Classics. Alien, Predator, and Alien vs. Predator. Bargain. $2 for 3 movies. How good's that? One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, classic. Gangs of New York, classic. And then Aliens. Aliens. Also classic. All right. And that is the collection so far. All right. 5-4. Musetti serving to stay in the match. As the return goes to the backhand of Alcaraz, Musetti forehand. Into the backhand of Alcaraz, Musetti backhand. Into the net, love 15. Love 15. Love 15. Where is No Country for Old Men or Donnie Darko? I only got movies that I have... Like, I've watched No Country for Old Men recently. And Donnie Darko is not something... Like, not a movie that I'm, like, going to watch anytime soon. But I know if I want to watch it, I know where I'm going to find it. I want to get movies that I was going to either watch or I hadn't seen. I don't want to just get movies for the sake of it. Backhand slice from Alcaraz goes in. No, it doesn't. It goes out. 15-0. Like, I wanted to get movies that I was going to watch. I know Donnie Darko's good. It's a good movie, I know. But I didn't get it today. Wait until you find out that all the discs are scratched. No, that's not true, because I checked them all. All right. Good serve, Musetti. 30-15. 30-15. Fight Club? Yeah, I've watched Fight Club enough. Like, there's a lot of movies that I've like watched a lot that I'm like, I was looking for movies that I haven't seen in a while, or that I've never seen, or that I just like absolutely love. Drop shot, Alcaraz in the net. 40-15. 40-15. 40-15. As Musetti serves again. $40-15. By the way, can people please stop ruining things? 5-all. When I say I haven't seen a movie, I don't need people to tell me what it's about. That's the opposite of what I asked. Why would I get it if I want you to tell me what it's about? Please don't tell me. I don't want you to tell me what it is. All right? I'm going to watch that Arnold movie. I don't know what it is. It could be crap. But that's the beauty of why I bought these DVDs. Because I've never seen them. But then if you tell me what happens, then I don't need to see it. And then I've wasted my time. It's called a spoiler. Like, we know what those are, right? Spoiling the movie. Like, it's like me coming in here and be like, hey, Thunderbolts, you want to know what happens? No, you don't, because you're going to go watch it. So please don't tell me what happens in these movies that I haven't seen, even if they've been out for 30 years. Please. Please. Love 15. Musetti at 5-all, by the way. All right. Love 15. Love 15. 7 in the back of Musetti. Return goes into the forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand of Musetti. The backhand of Alcaraz. Musetti forehand again to the backhand of Alcaraz. Into the slice of Musetti. Alcaraz forehand again to the backhand of Musetti. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. Musetti forehand. Down the line. Goes wide. 15-0. 15-0. Why show us if you don't want us to tell you about them? Because I'm sharing my collection. Most of them I've seen, but it's just the ones that I haven't seen that's like, please. Just don't spoil it. Don't ruin it. All right, now server Alcaraz, 30-15. And it was really hard, chat, because when you go to a thrift store, they have a wall of DVDs, right? I'm like going through them. It's so hard not to just pick every one that you see, but I'm like, no. You have to control yourself and just be like, okay, I'm looking for these certain ones. I'm not going to get everything I see. Because I could have got Fight Club. I could have got Shawshank Redemption. I could have got all those movies were there. But I was like, no, I'm only here for this. And I'm like, this one, I'm getting this one. And then I'll see one that I'm like, oh, I forgot about that one. It was great. It was a great time. 400 rally. As Musetti puts in there, 40-15 Alcaraz. I suggest you do it. If you have a DVD player, go to a thrift store and go find a movie. It's fun just hunting for movies. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Sure. 40-15. As with a fault. Second serve. Also, go to the thrift store and buy stuff because you're keeping... you're recycling. Like I could have bought all these movies brand new, probably not. But instead, like I bought it for $1 or $2. This one was $2. And it's somebody owned it first. Or maybe 3 people had it before me. But as long as it works, you keep things. You just keep recycling. We don't need to buy new ones. As with a forehand from Alcaraz. Into the forehand of Musetti. Alcaraz backhand. The backhand of Musetti is Alcaraz with a forehand. And the forehand of Musetti on the stretch. Alcaraz forehand cross court is a winner. He gets back to lead 6-5. And also, I don't know exactly where the proceeds all go, but it's for charity. That's what charity stores are, right? Thrift stores are charity. All right. Aliens is a classic? Oh, yeah. It is. Have you seen Fight Club, but you haven't... You've seen Fight Club, but you haven't seen it. On YouTube, watch Fight Club, the twist that no one noticed. Maybe I will. There was a lot of... chat, all the movies you were talking about before, Fight Club was there. I know where to get it. They're at the thrift store. There's heaps of them. Those movies are super common. You can find anything on streaming sites. Yeah, but also, this is more fun. And if the internet breaks, I still can watch this. So, good luck. Good luck if the internet goes down. Because I'll be fine. I'll be watching my movies in the dark. Or with no internet. Just have DVDs as a backup, even, Have a small selection of movies just in case. An emergency stash of movies. So that way, if all hell breaks loose, you won't be bored. If you have to go build a bunker and hide, you won't be bored. You know what I'm saying? You won't be bored. You'll have something to watch. Pass the time with movies. You're losing focus tennis. I'm listening to the match. They're sitting down in a chair, drinking water. What do you want me to talk about? They're wiping their sweat off with a towel. And now Musetti's about to serve. All right, he's serving to stay in the match again. Serving the back of Alcaraz, turn goes wide. 15 love. 15 love. By the way, Sinner versus Paul comes on in 3-4 hours. Cam, do you go to the cinema? Yeah, I try. I try to go. I want to go next week, maybe, to watch Sinners. As a return goes in the forehand of Musetti. Slice from Alcaraz to the forehand of Musetti. Alcaraz can't get that one. And it's 30 love. 30 love. DVDs have stuff that streaming doesn't have. Deleted scenes, commentary, director's cuts, etc. Yeah. And it's better quality. Or at least it's better quality than like standard definition Netflix. As we had a drop shot from Alcaraz, too good, 30-15. 30-15. Please keep the tennis commentary instead of film talks. Okay. 30-15. As Musetti serves. A fault. Second serve. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. Backhand of Musetti, the forehand of Alcaraz. Musetti, forehand, is short at the forehand of Alcaraz. Musetti puts up a lob. And a bounce smash for Alcaraz. And it's 30-all. 2 points away from winning this match, Carlos, and making the final. 30-all. 30-all. As we get a serve. There's a fault by Musetti. Second serve. Can Musetti get to a tiebreak? Or is it going to be over? Second serve. As return from Alcaraz goes to the back of Musetti. Alcaraz forehand to the forehand of Musetti. Again to the forehand of Alcaraz. Alcaraz puts it away. Match point Alcaraz, 30-40. 30-40. 30-40. Match point for Carlos to make the final of Rome. And the crowd's gone wild and they're just not letting Musetti serve. 30-40. Musetti serves. A fault. Second serve. Second serve, the forehand of Alcaraz. Great return. Musetti gets with the forehand. Into the forehand of Alcaraz. Musetti. Forehand again to the forehand of Alcaraz on the stretch. And Alcaraz hits it out. Musetti survives. We get to deuce. We get to deuce. All right. All right, we get to deuce. Match point saved. As Musetti serves again. Into the back of Alcaraz, return goes out. And Musetti gets to advantage. Hey, Jermaine. Thanks for coming back for another month. All right, advantage. Musetti to get to a second set tiebreak. So the backhand of Alcaraz, backhand of Musetti, into the forehand of Alcaraz on the stretch. Musetti down the line. As Alcaraz backhand into the slice of Musetti to the forehand of Alcaraz. Musetti on the stretch, hits it wide. We get back to deuce. And thank you, Aiden, for the 19 months. Appreciate that. All right. Musetti serves again. Is it a fault? Second serve. Second serve. As the return goes into the forehand of Musetti, Alcaraz forehand to the forehand of Musetti. Alcaraz, the line goes long. And it's advantage Musetti to take us to a final set. Second set tiebreak. And try and get to a final set. All right, Musetti serves again. So the backhand of Alcaraz, return goes back to Musetti. Alcaraz backhand into the slice of Musetti. To the forehand of Alcaraz. Alcaraz hits it out. Tie break. Tie break.
And now it's time for the tie-break game.
All right. Who is going to take the tie break? Who you got, chat? Musetti? A lot of people going Musetti. Okay. A lot of people going Musetti. All right. Alcaraz wins the first point 1-0. A lot of people going with Musetti. A few Alcaraz in there as well. All right, one love Alcaraz. I hope Musetti. I want to see the 3-setter here. I want 3 sets here. All right. 1-0 Musetti. Serve again. And the return goes into the backhand of Musetti. Alcaraz with the forehand of Musetti in the net. And it's 2-0. 2-0 Alcaraz. By the way, we're almost at 700 likes as well, so thank you for that. 2-0. Alcaraz gets a mini break. As Musetti with a volley, but Alcaraz volleys it cross court. Musetti's going to get up with a slice. And then eventually Musetti wins the point. I think Alcaraz got to the drop shot that Musetti hit off his own drop shot. Musetti hangs on. The crowd goes wild. 2-1 Musetti on the board. And the crowd love that. All right, 2-1. Alcaraz with the mini break. The Musetti hits it out. 3-1. 3-1 Alcaraz. All right, 3-1. As a return goes out by Musetti, 4-1. 4-1. 4-1. Musetti is only down a mini break, but this is a mountain. All right, Alcaraz 3 points away from the match. Remember, Alcaraz did have a match point before the tiebreak. All right, 4-1. As Musetti goes to serve. Musetti with a serve. Alcaraz return the nets. They change ends 4-2. 4-2 Alcaraz. Hey, Jacob, thank you for gifting a membership to Stefano. Appreciate that. All right, 4-2 Alcaraz. It's only the 1 mini break, though. 4-2. 4-2. As a return. Goes into the backhand of Alcaraz. Forehand of Musetti. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. Musetti slice. Goes wide. 5-2 Alcaraz. 5-2. And he's serving to take his spot in the final. All right. 5-2 Alcaraz. As he serves, a let Alcaraz. All right, Alcaraz serves again. As a return from Musetti. Into the front of Alcaraz. Musetti on the stretch. Hits a winner. He survives. 5-3. Alcaraz just didn't do enough with the approach. 5-3. 5-3 Alcaraz. Alcaraz. All right, 5-3. As Alcaraz serves again. 5-3. As we get a return now from Musetti. Good shot. And Alcaraz in the net with a backhand. Okay. Musetti is alive. 5-4. 5-4. As Musetti serves. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. Musetti with a drop shot. Alcaraz gets it. Musetti with a backhand slice lob. Goes wide. See that? That's so annoying. If you're a Musetti fan, that sucks. Because he was doing so well. He's fighting back so well. And then at 5-4, when he's back on serve and everything's good, he does a terrible drop shot. Like, he just threw that away. After playing so well to get back in a position of this match, that drop shot was horrible. Match points Alcaraz as he serves a fault second serve. I mean, it was just a terrible drop shot. Second serve. Into the backhand of Alcaraz. Return goes to the backhand of Musetti. Alcaraz forehand to the forehand of Musetti. Into the front of Alcaraz. Musetti backhand slice. Into the front of Alcaraz, who hits a winner. Alcaraz in the final of Rome. He's the king of clay. He's on the throne. And he takes out Musetti in a close straight set. It wasn't pretty. The second set was a lot better than the first. But Alcaraz too good. But I'll tell you this, chat. Again, Musetti's lost to Alcaraz twice. And Draper. Not bad for the clay season. You lose to Alcaraz twice and then Draper in Madrid, who was having a run. Not bad. Not bad from Musetti. Him and Draper should be in probably a similar category of, dark horses for the French. I don't think they're favourites, but I do think Musetti is... I think we should expect him at the quarterfinals. Minimum. Quarterfinals minimum. Same with Draper. Those guys, I think after the last few weeks, those guys should be considered at least a quarterfinalist. That's the bare minimum. He beats Zverev. Beats Zverev this week. I mean, he's had some good wins on clay as well. But he lost to Alcaraz twice. Not bad. And lost to Draper in Madrid, and that's not bad either. So it's very... Musetti's had a great clay court season. I would have loved to see Paul versus Alcaraz, Musetti versus Sinner instead in the semis, but here we are, All right, GG's. GG's. If you are leaving, don't forget to sub. Jay.
LFT Carlos. Glad the dude got through Musetti and the Italian crowd. Hope he can take the title. Thanks, Cam.
If he wins Rome, he's won everything on the clay. Like, shall we go? Is it called should we call it the Rafa Clay Slam or the Clay Combo? What should we call it? We need to see give it a name. When you win all the 1000s, a Grand Slam, and also the the Barcelona title, we got to call it something. What do we call it? Do we call the Rafa? We got the Nadal Clay Slam. Is that what we call it? When you win all the Korea Nadal Slam, the Rafa Run, the Rafa Run. I love that. The Rafa Run. Yes, the Rafa Run. That's the one. All right, we'll go with that. The Rafa Run. When you win Monte Carlo, Barcelona, Madrid, Rome, and he's not doing in the single season, but the Rafa Run. The Rafa Run. The Korea Rafa Run. Because he's already got the French, he's got Monte Carlo, he's got Madrid, he's got Barcelona, and now he just has to win Rome, and he's completed the set. He's going to have to probably play Sinner, though, but we'll find out if Tommy Paul can say no to that. By the way, ugly match from Musetti. Too many errors. Way too many errors. But still, don't take anything away from him. He's had a great clay court season so far. 0.
Carlos always keeps his fans and critics guessing.
He sure does. Thank you for the donation. By the way, London, Lady SJ, thank you for the 32 months. Appreciate that as well. All right. All right. Alcaraz gets a win in straights. And he will take on the winner of the match coming up later, which is Paul versus Sinner. That's coming up in possibly 2 to 3 hours. So it's on second tonight. So we're just going to wait for that to happen. Sinkeras final, great match. It might be. I mean, we might get that. Don't underestimate Tommy Paul, but obviously Sinner's the heavy favorite there. Thanks, LA. Appreciate it. Musetti get nervous often. Yeah, that drop shot when he was back in that set, and then he did that drop shot. That was not good enough. A poor drop shot. Who said he was fantastic, but his opponent was Carlos. No shame. Exactly. One match away from Sinkeras final for the first tournament, back together in the draw. I mean, how good's that? We love that. We love that. Tennis is back, baby. We're back. Looking forward to your prediction if we get a Sinkeras final. Yeah, I don't even know who I'll pick. Maybe I won't even do a prediction. Maybe I won't even do one. Alcaraz is going to play his best against Sinner on Sunday? Yeah. Has there been a Sinkeras final at this level yet? No. I think they've only played Beijing final, right? And a 250 final. I don't think they've ever played a... I don't think they've ever played a 1,000... They haven't played a Grand Slam final, but I don't think they've played a 1,000 final either. Yet. They played 10 matches, final Umag, final Beijing. So it's only the second final. It'll be the third final they play if Tommy Paul doesn't stop Sinner. They played a lot of semi-finals though. One quarterfinal and a bunch of semi-finals. And most of those semi-finals in 2023 because of Djokovic being number one, right? As part of it. And then last year, they played a lot of semi-finals again because early in the year because Djokovic was still number one. Djokovic was number one until Roland Garros, right? And then Sinner took over. So, yeah. Yeah. And it's interesting because it's a 1v3 because Alcaraz is not number 2 this week. Well, he's not number 2 until next week, so. Imagine if Tommy beats Sinner. Well, yeah, I mean, we can't dismiss Tommy Paul. Unpopular opinion, Paul beats Sinner? Maybe. I mean, very doubtful, but I mean, look, Tommy Paul is a very, very tough player. Also, the final of the Six Kings Slams were both their best win in six. Yeah, I mean, Six Kings Slams, that was, you can count that as well if you want. Do you think Carlos will be able to beat Sinner if he played like he did against Ruud? Well, if Alcaraz plays like he did today, and it's going to be tough to beat that yesterday's Sinner. Paul is tough, but can't see him beating Sinner. Yeah, but look, Paul did push Sinner at the US Open. 2 tie breaks in the first 2 sets. You know, Paul might surprise. I don't think he wins, but it might be closer than we think. It just depends if Sinner comes out and plays the same way as he did against Ruud, because, you know, if he plays like that, then good luck. I know Alcaraz isn't playing next week. All right, see you later, Contra. Musetti ought to be very happy with his prep, yeah. If Sinner can destroy Ruud like that, who just won Madrid, imagine what he can do to Paul. But see, the thing is, I reckon Tommy Paul's going to come out here tonight not wanting to his first thing would be, I don't want to be embarrassed like Ruud was, right? I think Paul's going to come out with a little bit more, like, and I'm not saying that Ruud gave up, but he even admitted it. He said, well, sometimes someone's just playing too good and you just got to sit back and just be like, too good. I don't think Paul's going to do that. Like, I don't think Paul's going to just sit back and be like, yeah, he's too good. Like, Paul is going to be a lot more stubborn, I think, than maybe Ruud was. But then again, you know, is Sinner going to play like, because Sinner against Cerundolo wasn't the same as Sinner versus Ruud. Sinner wasn't playing as well against Cerundolo as he did against Ruud. So do we get the Cerundolo version of Sinner, right? That could mean that Paul has more of a chance. So we're just basing this off if Sinner plays the same as he did against Ruud. He might not play like that. He might play a little worse. And Tommy Paul is not like he is not gonna accept the same scoreline that Ruud got. He's not going to accept that. He's going to come out here and probably look. I wouldn't be surprised if Paul came out and got an early break, just because he's going to come out here probably more aggressive. You know, like then maybe he's usually does, because he just doesn't like he will be like, I am not losing love in 1. That is not happening to me. Like, Paul will not let that happen. Now, can he avoid it? We'll find out. But Tommy Paul is not going to come out here and just be like, well, this guy's going to kick my ass. I'm just going to stand there and get punched in the face all the time. No, Paul's going to punch back. It might not be enough, but I think Paul's going to fight. He's going to be pretty stubborn. Alcaraz threw without playing his best, like Monte Carlo. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Alcaraz hasn't played he's played good tennis, but he hasn't played crazy good. But that's because Alcaraz his good is better than most people's great, right? And Musetti had a lot of errors today. I mean, Musetti couldn't get returns back in. Like second serve returns in the first set was a horrible stat that he just missed, you know. He missed so many returns. Paul is a very stubborn player. Yeah. Don't underestimate Tommy Paul. Do not underestimate Tommy Paul. Will Djokovic win his 100th title? Probably next week. Alcaraz will raise his level against Sinner for sure. That always happens. Yeah. Oh, pardon me. Ugh. Is Paul the best American clay courter right now? Yes. Yes. This match for Musetti, definitely the worst he's had through the clay season. Yeah. That first set was rough. The second set got slightly better, but the first set was tough. Is Paul good on clay? Did he ever play Sinner on clay? Yeah, he made the semifinals last year here in this tournament. And they played on clay once, I think. They played on clay in Madrid in 2022, and Sinner got the very close 3-set win. Another reason why, and I know it's on a clay court, and we just saw Sinner demolish Ruud, but Paul has never been demolished by Sinner. 6-4, 6-4 was the worst result that Tommy Paul's had against Sinner. Last year's US Open, 7-6, 7-6, 6-1. 2022 Eastbourne, Paul got the win. And then 2022 Madrid, it was a 3-setter. So, yeah, Paul doesn't get demolished by Sinner. And you would think that on a slower court, like if you was on an Australian Open fast court, you'd think, if Paul can hold his own on a faster hard court, or even on a grass court, especially last year US Open, I feel like that's a big deal. Like, 2023, 2022, you can say, Sinner wasn't the same guy. But 2024 US Open, Sinner was the guy. Like, Sinner wasn't mucking around at the US Open last year. And Paul to take him to 2 tie breaks in the first 2 sets, when Sinner was on that roll, it shouldn't be dismissed. Now, you slow the courts down a little bit, and Sinner doesn't hit the ball through the court as much as he probably did in New York. Maybe it gives Paul a slightly better chance of competing, right? Again, I don't think he wins, but of getting in the rallies, right? 2020, he was 2015 French Open champion, Tommy Paul. Exactly. Right? He knows what he's doing on the dirt. He also beat Fonseca, who is going to win Grand Slams in the future. And he beat him in Madrid. So that should also matter, right, chat? Paul beat Fonseca. That's a huge win. On clay. Massive win. Right? He also beat Demon this week, which is actually a big win. Because Demon has been pretty good on clay this year. So Paul to beat Demon on clay is pretty decent. Paul was much more competitive. Yeah. Again, do I think that Paul's going to beat Sinner? No. But I don't think he's going to get demolished like Ruud got demolished. I think it's going to be a little more, not tie breaks, but I think it might be a little more, little closer than that one. I think it'll be closer. Maybe it's a 3-3, right? Not much closer, but I think Paul will be better than Ruud. Especially because Paul just saw Ruud get demolished. So he's like, all right, I know what to expect now. I'm going to expect that crazy guy, right? Whereas maybe Ruud got caught by surprise because he thought, was Cerundolo, he was in that match. Maybe I could be in the match. And then all of a sudden Sinner's like, nah, you're not in this match. Paul knows what he's walking into. God mode Sinner, he knows what he saw, right? So Paul's expecting it, whereas maybe Ruud was a little caught off guard by the fact that Sinner was going so crazy, right? Paul knows what to expect. He knows he's coming up against this crazy, crazy player. Or at least he's going to expect it, right? All right. Swiatek has already arrived in Roland Garros. Yeah. All right, chat. I'm going to send you over the next one. We've got, I'm going to say 3 hours. They've got a doubles match first. It's probably more like 2.5 hours, but let's just round up to 3. And we'll be back to watch Sinner versus Paul. It's the second match on the night session because they got the doubles first because I want to give doubles a bit of a chance. But great win by Alcaraz. He is into the final of Rome. 6-3, 7-6. He takes out Musetti in straight sets. Wasn't the prettiest match. A lot of break points, a lot of breaks as well. But we're going to find out later. Who is Alcaraz going to play between Paul and Sinner? So make sure you tune in a couple hours from now.